Good evening, welcome back. I'm Ursa Ryan. This is Civ 6 AI only, 6-pronged Snowflake, semi-final number 2. You know the score by now, let's just jump straight into it. We've got Korea, who were very impressive actually in the heats in terms of their science production. Obviously they are very sciencey, but they built up very quickly actually, and actually had huge populations as well. Harold was pretty cool as well. He was very aggressive, he settled very wide. I'm expecting to see some good things from him again. Alexander was very much the buy that got through. We had to watch Alexander for 7 heats do absolutely terribly, but now he gets his chance to conquer the world and do everything that Alexander normally does. I'm interested to see how he does. He might do absolutely pants and we'll go, well, fair enough, he would have been knocked out at heat anyway, but you never know. Alexander's pretty wary. Shaka as well, pretty wary. I was reasonably impressed with them, but I think there's a lot more to come from the Zulu. And America, always strong, always very good in the AI hands. Interesting to see if the solid choice does well here. So I think I know who my favourite is for this semi-final. Let me know if your predictions are right, but otherwise we're going to jump straight in. Don't give me that wounded stare, Gorgo. You know you did terribly. We jump straight in. Gorgo, our ever faithful spectator, is down on the right hand side of the map, and we'll go around. We've got America, top right. We have got, let's have a look, Alexander. I'm so used to seeing them as a dummy account. If I get that wrong, then I apologise. They're top left. We have got Norway, bottom left, and we have got Norway, straight left, Zulu, bottom left, and Korea, bottom right. I did that on another game where I just said completely the wrong thing while looking at it, and I edited it back afterwards and just thought, oh, I'm such an idiot. All teams pretty much using exactly the same place that we always see for every single capital. Everybody settled fairly evenly, but Alexander already third settlement, over Korea also third settlement already, so 2 very quick people out the bat, whereas the Zulu have only just settled their second city. But look at this with Korea using their second settler ages and ages away from their capital, and look at that, with their third settlement, Korea already almost onto the middle of the island. So are Korea going to make the jump onto the middle? That's interesting. America also with 3, so all civs now with 3 apart from the Zulu. Zulu don't seem to be doing anything at this precise moment. In fact, what are you doing with your settler, Zulu? Honestly, like you're just sort of hanging around. Just do something with him, please. Korea with their 4th settler out, looks like they're going to jump onto that little space before embarking into the middle of the map, which is probably fair. New York though, or America I should say, pushing onwards with their settler, so yeah, look, coming right into the middle of the map. It'll be interesting to see if this armada of warriors is sort of indicative of where they're going to go. Alexander also rushing to the middle of the map, although it looks like they've got a little bit sidetracked by something they've seen over to the side. And Norway, the first civ to 4 cities. That's pretty quick from Norway actually, so it looks like they've dumped one on the far side. Dumped. Zulu's getting their 3rd city down finally. They did get Stonehenge though, which is an unusual one for the Zulu. Normally Zulu go for the more aggressive wonders, so I wonder if that's a sign that the Zulu are not going to play as aggressively as we would hope. Alexander, the first to settle just on the proximity of the middle island, followed very closely by America, so it looks like Macedon and America are going to be probably at each other's throats. Just watch out for the loyalty of the cities in the middle. At the moment, nobody's made that jump into the middle. Although look at that from Gorgo. Gorgo heard what we were talking about. You know, they didn't like us bad-mouthing them, and they've settled almost right into the middle of the island. That's incredible. That's almost like what they did in the heats actually, and they completely screwed themselves over for it. Korea also just about to settle in the middle of the island. So it looks like at the moment it's the old Zulu are just playing catch up, and there is the settler. So the Zulus are shortly behind. If the Zulus pull themselves back into this, I'll be very impressed, because that was a very slow settle. And Korea, as we thought, on the prong here. This is a really good place to settle if you can get it, because my god, the amount of luxuries in this area of the map is incredible. Korea declaring war on Greece, so Korea are going to take advantage of the fact that Gorgo has settled here without any real sort of defence. But that's a clever warrior by Gorgo there, improving the city to 20 strength. It means Korea are not going to be able to just walk in, although I think warriors have 25 strength, possibly more with upgrades, so they might be able to push them out. Norway with a 5th city, I've just saw pop down, really sort of settling in a very consolidated way. In Zulu, where is that settler going? That's going too far, Zulu. You've let everybody else settle in this area, which means as soon as you pop that down, you're going to lose it to loyalty. I can guarantee it. Yeah, look, there we go. Rebellion in 8 turns. Ah, the amount of times you see the computer do that is incredible. Alexander with his 4th city in America, with the 5th city somewhere down here. I think that was LA that just went down. After all that bad mouthing from me towards Korea, it looks like they are going to put the siege on round Athens, which is quite impressive. If they take that, then that puts Korea immediately on 6 cities, because they've just got their 5th down, I've just seen Pyongyang here. So that would put Korea in a very, very good early game position. It's interesting to see whether that will work though. They've got hoplites out, but you're going to need more than one hoplite. Those things are useless against warriors. Look at that. And they also need to put them next to each other, so the settler AI really doing badly here. But look, almost 4 cities out already, so settler AI doing pretty well. Norway on its 6th city. So Norway have got 6 down, and actually Alexander has got the 6 as well, just filling in those little gaps. So 2 civs now on 6 cities, America still on 5, Korea have just taken that city, so that puts them on 6 as well. And it looks like, have Korea got another settler on the way? No more settlers on the way for Korea. America looks like they're going to jump into the middle of the map, which is interesting. And Zulu, they do keep loyalty on the city somehow. With a little bit of extra population, they keep it. And look, army from the Zulu. Oh, please tell me the Zulu we're going to have an aggressive game with. Buffalo goes down for America. If they can keep that, it is a fantastically placed city, that one. I mean, look at the amount of luxuries all in that area. Yeah, look, full loyalty in 50 turns, so it looks like they're beginning to swing it round. If America can just get a little bit of population in that, a couple of trading units going back to the capital, they should be fine there. But America on 6 cities now, so we've got 4 civs on 6 cities. You can see the Zulus really are falling behind, and they're going to have to be very careful they don't lose that city to loyalty in the middle of the map. There is a settler on the way, so it'd be interesting to see if they push for this little gap here between the cities. Although actually nothing can get settled there. I'm just counting the tiles. No, there's no space available in the middle of the map. It looks like this area here is the only place that you could settle. So the Zulus might get tempted to forward settle everybody else, or they'd be able to bridge the gap between the cities, which kind of I think is the more sensible route here, especially now rebellion is starting to set in as all of the other civilizations build up population in the middle of the map. Korea though, with an absolute masterclass in taking over Greece. This is probably the quickest I've ever seen. We're only at 1 AD, and already Korea have taken 2 cities from Greece. You can see over in this direction. I think Alexander has just declared war on Norway as well. I did see that. Now, these hypnots and pikemen, and it doesn't look like they've built any of their sort of usual units, but look, even frigates being attacked now. So Alexander might have a bit of luck with this attack. Their classical medieval battle is really, really strong for Alexander, but again they're doing that thing where all of the army just comes round the easily takeable city of Oslo, which would have given them a really good staging ground for an invasion, and they're going to go all the way around to the capital just while everything they've got gets shot by caravels and quad marines. So there's that. Looks like the Zulu have settled right next to it, sort of on the prong, which should help keep the loyalty in this city. And America's still keeping the loyalty on Buffalo, so at the moment it doesn't look like anything's going to flip in the middle of the map, but we'll see if the civilizations can keep that going. Korea, not content with the fact they're taking all of Greece's cities, is bringing in another settler. So I think once they are all down, that'll put them, so they're on 8 cities at the moment. They've got to be careful they don't lose this one. They need to take all the cities and quickly. Their problem is that Greece are beginning to tech up, and that makes the cities tougher to take. If you were wondering how that attack went for Alexander, well, here you go. It's proof that not even Alexander the Great and his war-weary band of warriors can take on the computer AI in this flipping game. And look, Norway's got a armada now. That's cool. Interestingly, Korea moving their settler upwards north, ignoring the sort of middle ground of the map and going north. That's probably because they can't settle anywhere there, but that will help keep the loyalty of all of these places. It looks like Corinth and Sparta are fairly safe for now, although there's a single pikeman there. And I don't know if you saw that, but America declaring war on Alexander the Great. Now that's an interesting one, because Norway are beginning to counterattack here. So America, if they're clever, they might be able to steal a city, but again, it looks like they're doing that thing where they spread the army across multiple targets. So I'm not expecting anything to flip here at the moment. It's a bit of stalemate. You really need to see the computer with a little bit of a tech advantage and a little bit of an army advantage to make any sort of decent progress. I'm impressed though with Norway's navy. They're very high-tech to have frigates at this stage. Nobody seems to be near that, but America, though, have just started pumping out musketmen. I mean, Korea already have tons of musketmen, but that's no surprise, really. Korea are normally pretty damn good on the odd tech, and I mean, the amount of cities they've got is quite scary for everybody else. Zulus, still on swordsmen. A little bit disappointing from Zulus. I'm worried that they're falling behind in tech at this early stage in the game, which is very true. And Alexander is going to be very difficult to tell because they've got no army whatsoever. Between losing it all across this sea to Norway, they seem to have lost all of their army, and America is actually getting some of the garrison strength on this city down, but Norway aren't going to step in and take advantage of it because they seem to just be spreading themselves around like crazy. But we'll see. We'll see if this makes a difference. Can anybody take a piece out of Alexander's land, or will they live to fight another day? You know what, I thought Greece were doing well holding out, but I've just seen a musketman start to walk up, and Sparta is being essentially invaded by a one-man pikeman army at the moment. I mean, look at that. I just did a third of the damage with a pikeman. Imagine what a musketman's going to do. That's far more powerful. And with their special huachas coming up as well, I expect Sparta to really, really start to struggle. Oh yeah, look at that musketman. Bang. Very nice. Stalemate on the top left-and front. What would you say? Eastern, western, top left-and? Definitely a direction. Loads of navy, loads of troops around, but nobody can get any purchase because, again, the computer doesn't seem to be able to do anything. Now, it's really frustrating. That frigate fleet should be able to blast the wall away on that city in maybe 2 attacks. So all you've got to do is just park it on the outskirts, blast it, take the walls down, and then the caravels will be able to do the rest of the work. But no. And that escalated quickly for Korea. So they've taken Sparta, these troops. I mean, they've already got pike and shots, they've got musketmen, they've got huachas. Korea are doing very well in tech. Corinth will fall within the next 2 turns, I reckon. It depends on how much damage this musketman does to the city, but without walls, I mean, yeah, a lot. Okay, so it might take 3 turns to take it down, but you know what, that's probably fair. Greece, Gorgo, nice try, but you didn't bank on seeing Korea in this game. And it looks like Zulu's gonna do the old flipperoo. We'll see if it does flip, but if they do lose it, yeah, there it goes, 3 city. Now, can the Zulus immediately take it back? The Zulus can normally do a pretty good army, although, again, no cores. They're supposed to be pumping out cores and armies like crazy, the Zulu, and they just never do. It's just such a shame. If we look really closely at Methone, look at that. That's definitely wall damage. Definitely wall damage. In fact, yeah, 97 out of 100. Well done, Norway. You've taken the grand total of 3 health off that wall. And just attacked a boat into it while there are frigates parked outside. Oh my god, just use the damn frigates to take the wall off. Why don't you? No, where are they going? Oh, Christ's sake. Norway could have wiped Alexander by this point if they were only bloody doing their jobs properly. Yeah, sir, should we fire these frigates at the city? No, there's a single horseman outside. Let's just run him in first. That's definitely the order we should... Oh, no, now we're going to go and attack another city. Spread those frigates out as much as you can. Just make sure every city gets a shot at you. You know, we want all of the garrison defences to have a go at you at once. It's the only fair way to play this game. Well, America are the only people that bring bombards to the party, and they very cleverly actually got caravels? Cavalries, knights and musketmen to completely surround the city, so the Zulus have lost it, and the Americans are the only ones that can actually engage an army to go and take it, and this is... I don't think this is deliberate from the AI, but this is very good if they do pull this off, just to surround their city. Yeah, look at that. Easily done. Or not, there we go. Yeah, so the city has been taken, America will keep it. Its loyalty will hold, and the Zulus are down a city. The Zulus are on 5, Norway still on the 6 cities they started with. Alexander again keeping all 6 cities. The population is crazy good, even though they're under assault, and they have been for this long. Alexander's still doing well in terms of infrastructure. Oh, Zulu and America declaring war on Norway. We'll have a look at that in a sec, but you can see here, America still on... They had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities, but they now got 3 in the middle of the map. Detroit going down as well, so America now 9, doing pretty well. So we've got the Zulu and America both going for Norway, but I don't see Norway doing or taking too much damage from that, actually. They should be fine. There's no real land bridge at the moment between the empires, and the Zulus just seem incapable of doing anything. Korea now owning, I should say, two starting sort of strands now. So they're on 11 cities. I expect if Korea are left to their devices now, every city is going to get an academic campus district, this Seiwon district. They're all going to start spotting them, and Korea are going to go crazy far ahead in terms of tech. People have got to be a little bit careful of this. Checking in at the prime adjacency, you can see Korea haven't even bothered going for the 3 mountain start. I mean, they just don't even care. Their campus is off to one side. I mean, whatever. They don't even need it. They're so far ahead. Zulu's going for triple campus. I like to see that. So Zulu, you know, they might get back into this. That much science floating around, that's got to do you some good later in the game, I think, personally. You can see that almost only 1 campus down for the Norway. They're not taking advantage of this. The reason I keep going on about these mountains is it's the triple mountain adjacency in most tiles. It makes holy sites and campuses very good. Alexander going for 2 campuses, and what's this? Oh, it was Potato Palace. We'll see if they put anything else back there. I kind of want to see a campus go down. Every city needs a campus at this point, but I don't know if that'll happen. America also going for the 2 campus start, and what's that being built there? Just a hills, just a mine going down. Interesting though, Korea have actually done more with this city than they have with the other ones. Look, two campuses on Greece's home territory. That's pretty good. Sparta already on 10 population as well. This area is going to become incredibly productive for Korea if they do their job right. Wow, have you seen the army that Alexander's managed to pump out? Look at all those musketmen. That is crazy. Well, they are armed and dangerous now. Turn 106, and I've already just seen an anti-tank. There we go, anti-tank crew for Korea. So their tech on point, and they're starting to build a navy. Slowly but surely, loads of people making peace as well. Looking at the mini-map, no cities are flipping. A very quiet middle section. It's been about 10 turns, nothing's really happening. All Rough Rider Corps though. They're really cool. Will America do anything with those? I mean, the Zulus are clearly the underdogs right now. Alexander's looking pretty hostile, but if America can make a push on, you know, they might do well here. Spectacularly, Detroit is actually losing loyalty, which is incredible considering the amount of American cities around it. I mean, I wouldn't have expected Alexander's influence to stretch that far, and it looks like, oh my god, Alexander's got a bombard outside Detroit. Go on, take a shot, god damn it, please just somebody use a siege weapon. I mean, America so far this game have been the only people we've seen effectively using a siege weapon. Norway and Macedon declaring war on Korea this time. That's a weird choice. Korea aren't anywhere near anybody. They haven't really gone for religion. They're not settling. I can't see like a Korean army. Oh, it looks like Norway are going to send all their boats across the sea, so we'll see how well that does. But Korea are building planes. I don't get the impression they're going to be doing well. And they've got Hwachas. Those things are going to be crazy. Zulu and America, they're declaring war on Korea. So this is a world war against Korea. Every single civ in the game, I think, except... No, nothing that is. Every other civ in the game is against Korea at the moment. So all nations versus Korea. Let's see how that goes for them. Interestingly for Korea, being at war with everyone in the game probably means that all the city-states are now going to be at war with them. So that middle space between the empires, or between their strands of empire, is going to really be under attack. All their traders are probably going to get taken. Yeah, I don't think Korea are going to lose from this, because Korea are just technologically very advanced. But it could be a real headache for them if they're not careful. America are actually after Toronto, so that must be an ally of either Alexander or Korea. So we might see a city-state fall. I can see Palanquik has taken some wall damage, which is interesting. That hasn't been repaired. Nobody else going for anything else. I mean, Norway, look at this armada. With that many frigates, I'd love a game with that many frigates. You could just wipe these city-states off the map easily. And watch this. America, again, the only civ in the game using bombards to their actual job. Oh, it's beautiful to watch.